This is the Herbert Park in Dublin, and it's on the south side by the River Dodder. And here you can see it's winter, but there's mallard have got their colours. This is the coot. The coot is related to the moorhen, but it's quite different in some of its breeding behaviour. But this is only one coot. Coot don't tolerate each other very much. Here's the water which flows from the Dodder River and feeds the lake in Herbert Park. And you can see it was a nice sunny day, although it's winter, quite cold, quite breezy. Not many leaves on the trees. There's lots of garden birds in the area, like this little robin, but here's one of the young moorhen from last year that I showed you in a previous video, and it's still eating dung by seabirds have left. Now here's the coot, and here's beside it the little grebe, which is the dabchick. It's the other name of little grebe. And here are the moorhen from last year. Some of them have got their breeding colours, gone very colourful. Now we're in Marino, and this is Fairview Park on the right. And I was in a cafe and I happened to look out, and here's a heron. And the heron didn't mind people walking by in the footpath. It was collecting branches. So I knew there had to be a heronry somewhere nearby. Herons like to pick really tall, big trees, and they make enormous nests with long twigs and branches in them. They're strong birds. Now the heronry was here. You can see one of the trees. We're looking through the Fairview Park back towards Marino. And here's the heron, which was watching me. It's up on the top of a pine tree. A pine tree is perfect for a heron because a lot of the time they're quite flat, they're broad branches. They can take a lot of weight, and of course they don't get weak in winter the same way as deciduous trees do. Now the heron flew off because another heron came along. There's a little bit of a territoriality going on, although they're probably related birds. But you can see that's a very fine looking heron there. It's really colourful. And it was in the sunlight, which was fading at that time. The herons kept flying to and from the trees. Now here we are back into Herbert Park again, and this is the coot diving. And there it is. It's brought up some food, some waterweed. Now it won't actually be eating. It's not. If you look carefully, it's not eating the waterweed. Now they do eat some waterweed, but it's actually eating creatures that are on the waterweed, feeding on it, which could be water snails and small invertebrates, because the coot is an mostly insectivorous bird. But they like mollusks, of course. And you see it's shaking the leaf, shaking the weed and pecking things off of it. Here's another bird which has a similar diet, and that's the little grebe, the dabchick. And you can see this one's getting its spring plumage, its breeding plumage. And there's a tufted duck behind it. It was quite a cold day, and the tufted ducks always took their little heads into their wings and one eye open for danger. And the little grebe is a very small water bird, as you can tell. It's just sailing along there, but on the lookout. And here, of course, is our largest native bird, the mute swan, which is like a galleon going by in comparison. Those are tufted duck down there. The mute swan is a gorgeous bird, but it gives a good size comparison. And here's the Dodder River. This is on the other side of the road. If you go around, follow that cyclist there, you come to the bridge, and on the other side of the bridge, Bald Bridge, is Herbert Park.